Faces of excited, happy, and promising pupils of one of the local education authority, popularly called LEA primary schools in Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Despite this excitement, they are learning in an atmosphere that is everything but exciting, happy, nor promising, because those saddled with the responsibility of making this learning environment worth its name through the provision of basic infrastructure have failed them on all fronts. A report by the United Nations Rapporteur on the Right to Education, Kishore Singh, on the physical environment of a primary school states that a right-based, child-friendly school requires a healthy, hygienic, and safe learning environment with adequate water and sanitation facilities and healthy classrooms. Overall norms for the construction and modernization of school buildings are also relevant in this regard. The physical environment requirement the report maintains can include aspects such as the presence of basic facilities like sanitation, separate toilets for girls, ramp for persons with disabilities, and adequate infrastructure like lighting, acoustic, safety and security communication facilities. Facilities and equipment in schools must be appropriate in terms of instruction needs, health and sanitation, safety, and management. End of quote. Education at this level in the FCT is anchored by the FCT Universal Basic Education Board through the Local Education Authority LEA. The board agrees with the stipulations of the United Nations as its mission is to provide accessible and qualitative basic education in partnership with all stakeholders to all school-age population in the FCT and equip the pupils with life skills alongside relevant ethical, moral, and civic values. An important aspect of providing qualitative education as well as equipping pupils with life skill as captured in the above mission is infrastructure. But the case in this school is a far cry from what the board penned down as its primary duty. First, access to the school is nothing like it. On our first visit, we accessed the school via motorcycles. It is a bumpy ride that sometimes seems like a walk into the woods. On arrival, one is ushered into this quite spacious environment housing two buildings, one in ruins and the other renovated to a certain extent. Prior to the renovation of this building, not by the government whose job it is to do so, these peoples were subjected to learning in this environment. Because the authorities know that if the leadership of the school speaks to the press, they will be indicted. The teachers here are under strict instructions not to speak to us. So this reporter, working undercover disguises as a parent seeking enrollment information for a ward.
Well done. Thank you. Yeah, I stay in this community, so I wanted to enroll my mate, so I wanted to find
your child.
Yeah.
Meet you. That's goes to I'm assistant.
Okay.
Anything concerning opportunity.
Admission.
Me, I just like vice. So he's just like principal.
Okay.
So you go and
All right. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I wanted to find out what it takes to enroll a child here.
Okay. You have your child?
Yeah, me. Someone that stays with me. I live in this community.
Okay. So, actually, as I came to this very school, I discovered that the former head teacher was doing the admission on the rate of 7,000 naira.
Okay.
But as I discovered all around the school, this that give you that also community, one community called around the school there, see many children that did not enroll in the school. Why is this so? Is it because of the 7,000 naira? I said, okay. Forget about the 7,000 naira. I saw the children if you can afford to give me the so if you can so the PTA, you don't pay PTA because they have teachers that are not going to we encourage them, so school fees, so we have to pay them through the PTA. When exams comes, we have to photocopy the exam questions. We all do it on the PTA and the security. Look at the security. The school is still operated by NGO. Look at the other place there. It's not a natural calamity. It's chiefs that finalize everything there because there was no security. So we have to employ security. So we pay them through something as if they get the PTA. Then any other parent bring the children, they should stop playing at home. So I employ without any registration fee. Except that uniform and then the PTA.
How much is that?
So, not any exam fee. Even the exam fee is include the inside the PTA. That is all.
Okay. How much is that?
As I came, I started collecting 1,500 for the uniform. As the team goes up again, I raised it to 2,000 naira. Then later, I collected 8,000 naira for the uniform, 1,400 naira for the PTA. That is 4,400. Now, then before, as I came newly, it was 3,000. Was it 200? But things started going up and up and up. So I have no choice that I need to increase the people. So that is it. Now it's 4,400. Yes.
Having gained the trust of the head teacher as a potential member of the Parent Teachers Association PTA, which partly funds the school, I probe into the lack of basic infrastructure in the school, beginning with security, and I am told that due to lack of security in the school, thieves have stolen virtually everything in the school, including doors and window frames, leaving it bare.
But this is a government school.
I'm telling you, see how government invested a lot of money here. Let's see how it's nature that elevated this school. If not, everything has been provided. No this window, nothing, no door, no this thing. I'm telling you, just of our resumption, another NGO came. It's a 4%. She came. She said that she want to fence the school. So she went and came with the engineer. They went around and took the estimate. So we're waiting for them. If they can fence the school will have a very good security. From there, even the parents that are afraid, their minds will now come down. Yes.
Further probe by this reporter revealed that the local education authority refused to post security personnel to guard the school because it lacked a perimeter fence.
They said they are not going to post any security in any school that has no fence. Okay. And then who is going to fence the school? Am I getting master that will fence the school? So now people are lucky the day they first in school, then I will now write then they will now cause even if it is one security, yes, so this year we will have security two at least.
That's FCTA's education secretary, or minister of education.
No, local education authority 5. You know, we are under local government, we are under municipal. So we can't exceed our office. Exactly. Any other thing, they will be the people to take it further. Not area, our own boundary is just here, LDA. You never do anything without
clearance from them. Yes. How do they want you to raise money to fence this kind of big place?
No, and it's big.
Very big. Now look at the environment now.
Now, due to the lack of a fence, the school is open to anyone and anything, like this herd of cows that invaded the premises during school hours. The implication of government's decision is that the school should erect a fence on its own. This, of course, is an impossibility because, as I found out, the school has a little over 300 pupils in the population who pay approximately 5,000 naira per session for consumables and not for any project execution.
What is like the population of this school? Like how many?
It's roughly 250.
250.
But sometimes sometimes people get strong. But that is roughly that.
And I'm imagining that the only money you people collect is 4,400 for PTA, and they are telling people to fence this. Now, so it's
that's admission money. They are paying PTA 1
for that plus 4,400.
That one.
That's 5,800.
That one must say once they become my hostess, it's 1 for them. The first now is government that's supposed to be known.
Now, this leaves the school with an estimated 1.5 million naira for an entire school session, which doesn't even come in bulk or complete because some people will not pay on time while others don't pay at all. With this knowledge, I tried to get a rough estimate for constructing the fence.
The way the lady was explaining, she said the budget of this building was only 3,000 blocks. I said no. 3,000 blocks cannot go anywhere here because only one side like this, just let's say from that angle to like this more than 2,000 blocks.
If you want to run this building, it can be up to 6,000 blocks.
I even told her yesterday, said, madam, if you are writing anything with those people, write anything like 10,000 blocks here, so that you will run ahead of what you are requesting. Because if you say it's 6,000 blocks or 5,000 blocks or 7,000 blocks, now it is escalate to be 10,000 blocks, they will call you it's a lie. You want to eat their money. So if you are writing proposal for anything, put 10,000 blocks inside, because see the type of defense. The fence is more than 100 by 100. If you are putting from that side to that side, it's close to 300 meters. So then when you are building fence like this, any fence that pass like this, and at least the fence will be more up much, understand? At least like 8 or 9 coaches round the building like this. At least if this thing no consume blocks very well, it will be 6,000 to 7,000 blocks.
So imagine that you're doing both of them. You should be talking about 12 or 14 for the whole place.
If you are facing this land like this land is very big. Look at that place. The building the fence started from that ending to ending of this building there, till down to that forest. There's a forest here, joint to your family worship fence there. There's a family worship fence. There's one overhead tank there. This land is located to reach the ending of this forest here. Attached to that fence. So if generally you are putting blocks here, you put more than close to 20,000 blocks here. Before cement, sharp sand, stone to do blending. Because we do blending before we started building fence. You understand? The stone is there, sharp sand is there, cement is there, block itself is there, and the workmanship is there. Then when you finish, you do everything, you take everything, you know that how much are you talking about for the project.
Beyond the lack of a fence, the school does not have toilet facilities because everything had been stolen and the renovated part did not include such facility. On one of my visits to the school, I saw this female teacher coming out from a nearby bush after responding to nature's call due to lack of a toilet facility. This applies to students too. and it makes the environment around the school smelly and unhealthy due to human wastes.
They are not functioning. All the toilets are not functioning.
With a lot of library or something like that.
Library because of the insecurity. We don't have security. If they can erect the fence, the school
have
can say that yes now.
So in fact, you cannot even have a computer lab. They will steal them. So all those infrastructure are not in place.
We cannot have them now because of the insecurity of the school. No security, no fence, nothing. So we will not allow people to waste their money. You understand? But if we can get the fence, the security cost, we apply to office to bring security for us because they promise any school that has fence and security cost, they are going to set security.
Apart from this, the school also doesn't have running water, another basic necessity for the school. This borehole, donated by a philanthropic organization, is not functional, leaving the pupils to drink from public boreholes from the neighborhood.
Look at this number now. We have been complaining to them, no water, no water, no water. No houses around for the purpose to be going for water. And the water they bring in the morning, it cannot suspend them up to the closing time. You know, children with water now. As soon as they come with the water, they will drink it at once and throw away the rubber. Later they will start to look for water again. But the bubble is there.
Perhaps, of all the non-existent infrastructure in the school, the ones that negatively impact the students' learning process the most is that of a library and, in today's IT-driven world, a computer laboratory.
So because we are digital area, we can't continue using manual things. So at least the children have to have at least something.
Concentration level is limited as classes contain way more than 25 pupils recommended per class. Also, a playground that complements the academic aspect of learning to ensure a holistic process is absent. The implication is that the output from these people is way below expectation, as I found out when I accosted some of the students at senior primary level who could barely make a complete sentence in English.
Tell me about your school. What do you like about the school? What you don't like about the school? What you want government to do for your school? Tell me.
I like police. I like I want to go to
Okay. Okay. You want to go to school early?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want government to do to make your school good and better?
I don't want to go. The body for us. Tota.
What?
Tota.
What?
For us, tota.
Quota. Okay, road.
Yes.
Let the road be fine.
Yes.
That is what you want. Okay. What class are you in?
Primary 5.
Primary 5. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
My name is Kabiru Idris.
Okay, what class are you?
Primary 4.
Primary 4. Tell me about your school. What you like to have in your school? Even if you speak in English, talk up here.
We like
What?
oh,
Road. Okay, they should do road for you people. You want the road to be nice. Why do you like road?
because the road.
Because the road is bad. Bye. Have a nice day in school. Bye.
Progress in this school is more often than not determined by public-spirited individuals, organizations, and philanthropists, like this one that visited and saw the students either standing to learn or sitting on the bare floor and offered scholarships to some who were not able to pay their fees at the time of visitation.
You walk all the way alone, and the bikes bring you from here. Bike. You all of you trek from that place to this place. My goodness. And what time do you close? 1:30. Okay, you close 1 and you resume at 7-8 a.m. Wow, this is awesome. The Lord continue to strengthen you in Jesus' name.
the first instance, they organized a reach out program for them during weekends, which they came, and the program, they advised them. After advising them, they presented some gifts to some of the best peoples, one of which was a brand new bicycle and a lot of others. As if that were enough, they still went ahead to offer a full 1 year scholarship for 20 of these peoples, especially those that are like less privileged among them. It is a gesture that only God can reward them. We, the management of the school, we lack verbal words to appreciate this kind gesture of theirs. So our prayer is that God should continue to empower them so that they can still do more in the name of Jesus. So we are grateful to Goza Team Ministry that God should continue to empower you, that we are happy. Our people are even happy. In fact, when they saw this gift that day, in fact, their joy no bounds. Their joy, they're very extremely happy, saying that in this type of environment, people can identify them and then come and a kind of sympathize and identify with them by giving them gifts. Some of these things, some of them have not even seen in life. So we are happy, and on behalf of the school management, we are saying thank you, and we're also expressing our profound and sincere appreciation to Goza Ministry.
Teachers here operate from empty offices with motivation at the lowest level. Last time I checked, off the camera, but secretly recording our exchange, it was the second week of a new month and they were yet to be paid salaries of the previous month. Yet, they can't open up to the press on the lack of facilities in the school for fear of being victimized by the authorities.
You know, we teachers in the FCT, we have different categories. We have UBE, we have Empower, and we have Local Education Authority. That is we. So they have already paid the UBE. So I don't know that of Empower from Ministry of Humanitarian. I have the local government up to now. And that's how it used to be. At times, the more we finish, 8th of next month, 10, 15, before we see.
I reached out to the authorities through letters, text messages, WhatsApp, and even voice calls for an interview to confront them with the stark reality on ground. But weeks later, they are yet to respond because it is an obvious pointer that they have failed to do their jobs. But on the website of the FCT Universal Basic Education Board, Item 8 of the board's functions says it disposes funds released by the government to early year schools and communities, while function number 7 talks about providing an enabling environment for learning. So, where are the monies released for the school or the enabling environment so promised? Your guess is as good as mine, and until those entrusted with these responsibilities are held to account, the standard of education at public primary schools in areas like this one in the FCT will continue to fall, while some people continue to get paid for failing to do what they signed up for.